Can complacency affect your business? If your books are full up, do you switch off? Have you got the drive to expand your business if your books are full? Or can you go from hero to zero? G'day viewers, Jeff McPhee's Gardening, Melbourne, Australia. If your books are full, you've got the ability to drop customers if they don't accept your price rises or if you're finding problems with them. I had a mate ring up the other day and he said, Jeff, I've got a lot of problems with my customers. They don't pay, they reschedule on me, they say it doesn't need doing the next day. You know, there's cars on the lawn, always having problem. You've got three choices, mate. You either stay with it, which most of us wouldn't, try to educate the customer, and that's one way to go, or two, or three, target a new area, target a new customer, one that cares about their property, and see how you go there. Oh, that's all right for you to say, Jeff. Well, maybe sometimes you have to travel. I travel 30 minutes to go to my targeted area. Yes, it'd be nice to have it all around my house where I've got 1 minute away. It'd be really good. But because it's a young area, it's all new homes, there's a lot of mortgage stress. So they haven't got the money to pay for my services. So that's why you need to think about when you target the area. But having the books full, you're in the prime seat because you can just do what you want to do. But I have a beware later on in the video about having full books. Now, complacency I can probably do because I'm at the end of my career. I've probably got a couple of years left. And if I decide to sit back on my laurels, just do my few jobs and just go about life, that'd be great. But I'm not like that. Remember when you're at work and in the office environment or work environment, wherever you may be working for the man, and you always had that one person that would never go for promotions because he didn't want to take that extra responsibility. He didn't want to do that extra work. He just wanted to do the basic requirements, get paid and go home. The business, we're motivated people. We're self-starters. We wouldn't be in business if we weren't that way. We couldn't be like our old friend that would just wanted to do the basic requirements because we wouldn't survive. Now, when you're that person in business, has the books full, are you that person that wants to always move forward, looking at new alternatives, looking at different ways to run the business, expanding, employing people, taking on different parts of the job, just not doing the same thing day after day? For me, even though I've reduced my hours, I'm always tweaking the business. I'm looking at other aspects of trying to improve. For example, I'm looking at commercial side I'm quite happy with. The residential side, I want to do less push mowing, so I'm looking at a few acreage properties with ride on mowing, just to top it up. But I'm looking at different things. All the time I'm moving forward. All the time I'm trying to tweak the business. Now, I'm not like the person that sits back, happy, complacent with what he's got, day after day, mow and blow or whatever they do, but they do the same thing, they're quite happy. I'm not that person, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean to say it's the wrong way either. Everybody has a different business model and everybody is different. And that's the important thing to remember. You've got to find out what you want yourself. And once you determine that, work on it. For good things, there's a beware. When you're running with full books, there's some symptoms that you really need to think about. Now, over the last 4 decades, I've seen 3 droughts. One, we had a 10-year drought. A lot of companies went out of business because there wasn't much grass to cut. I saw a recession in the 80s where money was tight, interest rates were over 20%, and money was really, really tight. And then we've had a few credit squeezes over those times. So when you're running your full books and you want to decide to get rid of a customer, sometimes it's not easy to replace under that situation. So if you put your price up, and we do it through the greed or fair. Now, a lot of people price things on fairness, and some people price things on greed. You know, I see a lot of guys will go out there and I'll price a job in a quote situation. Because they don't want it, they'll put a high price on it. Now, I don't do that. If I don't want to do the job, why would you quote for it? Sure, you're going to make some extra money, but at the end of the day, is it really worth it? for the extra strain on your machinery, on your body, for a few extra bucks over the course of your career, it's nothing. So we come into this job because we want to have total control. If we don't want to do the job, don't do it. So when we put that price up and we say, oh, instead of putting up the 10, we'll put up 15, and the customer says, I can't afford that because times are tough. No worries, I'll just go and get another customer. Sometimes when these things happen, and I hope it doesn't, but it will, trust me. Things work in cycles. There's drought works in cycles. There's economic times of down times that work in cycles as well. So it's important that you understand that when these cycles come, that you are prepared for it. So don't burn your bridges. I was always taught as a kid, don't burn your bridges because you're going to have to walk back over the other side again. So always keep that in the back of the mind. And the thing is, prepare yourself. Keep your eyes open. Watch out for different changes in the economy or the climatic conditions, because it can bring your business down. And you may be in that hero going down to zero if you're not prepared for it. And trust me, I've seen a lot of operators, especially through that 10-year drought, a lot of them went broke because they wouldn't open their eyes up. They wouldn't diversify. They got complacent. They thought everything would be fine. All right, viewers, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and love to hear your comments on it. Look, there's nothing wrong with being complacent, but there's nothing wrong with getting out there and expanding.